outsourcing make you nervous? I know that outsourcing tasks in your business makes a lot of people nervous, especially if it's your first time and you've never done it before. But today we're going to be diving into the real reason why outsourcing makes you anxious. If you don't know me, my name is Kayla Droog, and I love helping small business owners create more time and efficiency so they can focus on serving their clients and growing their businesses. So, why does outsourcing make you nervous? First of all, I'd like to establish that this is a perfectly normal and reasonable thing to experience. If you feel anxious or nervous about outsourcing, there is nothing wrong with you, and that's not a bad thing. Now, you might think that you're nervous about outsourcing because you feel overwhelmed with everything going on in your business right now, and you're struggling to keep up, and you just need someone to come in and rescue you, but you're anxious about it, and that's definitely a situation that happens. Or maybe you feel nervous because you're not sure if somebody is going to do it the right way, or the way you do it, or the way you want it. Sure, that's legitimate. You might be having trouble relinquishing some of that control over your tasks and your processes. That's perfectly understandable. You might feel like you don't have enough time to outsource and get somebody up to speed and get them to where you need them. Maybe you feel like if it takes so much time to hand it off to someone else, you might just be better off doing it yourself. I would maybe respectfully disagree with you, but I certainly understand where you're coming from. Or you might be in the unfortunate situation where you have been burned in the past by somebody, or just you worked with someone in the past and it wasn't a good fit. And unfortunately, that happens, but it should not hold you back from wanting to work with somebody else in the future. Now, I would argue that while all of these might be factors in why you are nervous outsourcing, they may not actually be the underlying reason why you're really nervous. So with a lot of business owners that I have talked to and worked with, when I see people who are really anxious about outsourcing tasks, one of the most common things that I see is that they are not 100% sure what they actually need. So they might have a vague idea of what they need, or they might have an idea of somewhere that they would like to get to, but they don't know the specific things that they actually need. So this can create a lot of anxiety because you don't even know what to ask for. You just know that you need help. Or you might be in a situation where you are so overwhelmed by everything going on in your business that you don't even know how to articulate to somebody else what help you need. I definitely understand that. I think a lot of us have been there. Unfortunately, if you are looking to outsource, you need to get specific on what it is you actually want and need. Because if you are in a situation where you're bringing someone in to help, but you can't even explain to them the specific things that you want them to do, it's not going to be an effective relationship for either of you. So here are some things that you can do to really make this process easier and get to the point where you specifically know what you need so that you can actually effectively outsource. So the first thing to do is, like I mentioned, really get specific. So make a list, not just of the general things that you want, but specific tasks that you want that person to do. So for example, I have had clients where they generally want to be more organized, or they generally want systems or automation. As someone coming in from the outside to help with those situations, that is very challenging. And it's really so much easier if you can say, I want to get more organized, and that means I need a better filing system. I need a recommendation for a project management software that I should use, and I need someone to set it up for me. And here's a list of the regular recurring tasks in my business that need to be set up in that software. Now, I know That is a lot more work for you to put in up front, but it is going to save both of you so much time and headaches and tears in the future going forward together. When you are in a situation where you don't know specifically what you want or need, it really is going to be a waste of time and money for both you and the person that you're outsourcing to, because it's not going to be as effective of a relationship as it could be. The next thing that I encourage you to do to effectively outsource tasks is, first of all, prioritize the tasks that you want to outsource. Rather than outsourcing all of them at once, pick the ones that are a priority. And really ask yourself, how do these tasks fit into my overarching business goals? Because you really want this new person who's supporting you to be a factor in your goals. So either they are working on things that directly move you forward towards those goals, or the point of bringing them in is that they are taking care of things that are taking up too much of your time and attention right now, so that you can focus on things that are going to move you towards your goals. But you really need to be clear on how this person specifically fits into your goals and moving your business forward. Because if you are not approaching this with the mindset of really moving your business forward, then again, this is not going to be an effective relationship. Bringing in somebody new is really meant to help you push your business forward and accomplish things that you are not able to on your own. The final thing that I encourage you to do when you are working on outsourcing is to manage your expectations. So what would you like to accomplish through your relationship with this person? And what is reasonable to accomplish with the number of hours that you're hiring this person for, or the budget that you have, or their capabilities? So if you are focused on bringing in someone who has expertise in the specific tasks that you want to hand off, that's great. If you're trying to hand off everything in the kitchen sink, that's a whole other issue, and I have other videos about that. Be prepared for this to take time. Be prepared for there to be growing pains. Be prepared for there to be additional time and maybe additional expenses up front while both of you are getting used to each other and tasks and expectations are being established. Even an expert on whatever it is that you want this person to do is still going to take time to adjust to your specific needs and your specific methods. You are still probably going to have to show them how you want some things done. You're going to need to be available to answer questions. Having an expert or someone really experienced in a certain area doesn't mean that you get to be hands off. It just means that things are going to happen more quickly and hopefully more smoothly. So I hope that this has helped maybe settle some of your nerves when it comes to outsourcing. As I said, the more specific you can get about what you actually need and what you actually want this person to do, the better your relationship with them is going to be and the less anxious you are going to be about it. If you have any questions about outsourcing, please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know someone who would benefit from this video, please share it with them. I will see you soon.